When we know little, we are always going to be doubted and questioned and investigated, interrogated, not necessarily or not always by the others' excellence, competencies, talents, but also by ourselves. When we know little, when we are in possession, acquisition of very little quantities of knowledge, studies, education, talent, skill, virtue, intelligence, and other faculties in our lives, then obviously we ourselves are going to subject ourselves to criticism, condemnation, judgment, evaluation, doubt, skepticism all the time, because we cannot and we will not be able to trust ourselves. We will not be able to liberate ourselves from self doubt, self loathing, because of our less quantities of knowledge, because of lack of trust and combination and synchronicity with ourselves, because of the possession of very little or less knowledge, wisdom, intelligence, criticality, reason in our lives. We're always going to doubt ourselves for these weaknesses. And also, until and unless we make the unconscious conscious, it will direct our lives and we will call it fate. And everything that irritates us about the others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves, because we're constantly casting our shadows upon the others and the others are doing the same towards us in one way or another. So it's all the game, the evil, the malice caused by the shadows that obviously we have individually, that lives and resides within each and every single one of ourselves. We have our light, we have our shadows, we have our personas and other bad and dark characteristics as well that remain repressed, that we have literally overlooked and denied, that is now in the deepest recesses of the mind and heart. And from there, they are pulling the strings, influencing our behavior, destroying our relationships, deteriorating our friendships, successes, talents, and ultimately causing stagnation, depression, despair, alienation within ourselves, not because of the others' superiority, possession, riches, but because of our unintegrated shadows, unrealized pains, unprocessed emotions, torments, or the shortcomings. So that is the main problem with ourselves. So obviously, we should know as much as we possibly can. We should discover and read as often and as many books as we can, as it is possible for us, because it's in our good interest advantage to know all that, to conquer more and more knowledge. Obviously, we are going to be burdened, overwhelmed by that, but we will also be simultaneously, equally, similarly confident, courageous, composed, consistent, and obviously original, distinct all the time. We're not necessarily going to be doubted, criticized by the others because of our superiority of knowledge, because of our heightened awareness, wisdom, intelligence, character. And also, we're not going to criticize ourselves because of our knowledge, because